Hi everybody, welcome back to Golf with Michelle. I'm here at Kuala Lumpur Golf and Country Club this morning, and I would like to talk a little bit about the slide shot. The slide shot is when the ball starts going towards the left side and then moving towards the right, okay? That is a shot that we really do not want because you lose distance, you get very inconsistent, it's very frustrating to see, and we just won't be able to enjoy the game because first of all, you lose a lot of distance from a slide shot. And I would say out of 10 students that come to me, I would say at least 7 or 8 of them have a slide shot. I mean, if they struggle with a ball flight they don't like, is always the slide shot. You see them struggling with the slide shot, especially with the driver. Okay, we all want distance, so the more we try, the more we slice. So, okay, I'm going to start off talking a little bit about what happens on the golf course. Some of you say that, oh, I worked on it yesterday on the driving range. It seems fine, but why when I come out, it starts slicing again? So sometimes it could be just the setup, it could be the ball position and stuff like that. So I'm going to start talking about that. If that is okay, then we go in detail. So number one, when we talk about slicing the ball, when I'm on the driving range, sometimes you have the lines, you have the ropes, or you have the mat that helps you to set up square. But when you come out on the golf course, especially we have a target and we need to aim it a certain way, sometimes the setup could mess up everything. Alright, so when we're on the golf course and we are slicing the ball, like I mentioned, you're hitting it great on the range, but when you come out here, you just happen to be slicing. Let's say during the round. I would say you could check your setup first. If you are setting up correctly, then we can go in detail. It could be the club face or it could be the swing path. But let's start off with the setup first. We all know for a fact that the slide shot is because the ball is starting towards the left and then curving towards the right. So, number one, what causes that? You could be setting up with an open stance. That means the body is aiming too far left compared to the club face. So when the body is aiming too far left, it will force a slide shot. Okay? And then the other one, it could be the ball position. If the ball position is too far on your left side, way too far out this way, if it's too far out this way, there is a chance that I have to reach for the ball. Again, I will move this way, my left shoulder will go low, and I will cut the ball like that, and it will slice as well. So first of all, make sure you set up correctly. So how you set up correctly, you're going to pick your target, let's say straight down the middle. I'm going to draw a straight line in line with the target and the ball. Pick a small spot in front, and first I'm going to aim the club face at the spot. Okay, so the club face is square, and then I'm going to take my stance while looking at the target. So this should look pretty good. Alright, we don't want to have the upper body a bit too far towards the left side. Or some of us, when we put down the club and then we take our stance, the stance is closed, but then the upper body is open. This again will cause a slide shot as well, or sometimes even a straight pushing towards the right side. But again, the slide shot is because the upper body is going a little bit ahead like that. So that causes the slide shot. So number one, make sure you set up correctly every shot. So after fixing the setup, and if you're still slicing, we need to look into the club face. The club face is the one that you need to fix before the path. As I said, you're hitting a slice because the club face is open. The club face is open to target at impact while the path is moving towards the left side. This causes the slice. So if we fix the club face first, we're going to see the ball going left and then it goes straight left, or you might see a little bit of a draw. Okay, that's what we want to see first before fixing the path. Because if we straight away fix the path, which a lot of people tend to try to, they know that, oh, if I'm slicing, I must be coming from over the top, then you try to come a bit more inside and you start to see the ball going straight right and even more right after that. It's because the club face is still open. That's what you do not want. So you got to make sure you fix the club face first. So what causes the club face to open? Number one, a very weak grip. So when you have a really weak grip, that means I don't see any knuckles from the top at all. If I don't see any knuckles from the top, then high chance you have a really weak grip, and that will cause the club face to open at the top. Okay, so you gotta make sure the grip is a bit stronger, especially for slices. you need slicer, so especially for slicer, you're gonna make sure the grip is a lot stronger. Even though if you have one knuckle, you're gonna try to feel like you're gonna have 3 knuckles, okay? In order for us to move that club face, we need to kind of shut that club face, I would say. So for a grip that's really weak, it will look something like that. The right hand is a bit more on top, the left hand goes a bit under. So you want to move a bit more this way. So I'm going to see 3 knuckles from the top, and the right hand will be more towards the side. It's going to look more like that, okay? I would say a neutral is about 2 knuckles, but for people that slice the ball, try to feel like it's a bit stronger. Alright, that's number 1. So you can actually rotate the club face. For people that slice, you will see their elbows moving out this way, because when they cut it across, it's very hard to release the club head. So either you see some of them trying to do this, but it doesn't help anything. Alright, you ended up hitting behind, or you might top the ball. So when they do this, they keep the club face open. That's why they're slicing it. So what I need you to feel while fixing the club head is, first of all, strong grip, and you want to feel like your elbows are squeezing against each other, so my wrist can move and the club head can shut. So from this angle, it's going to look more like this. You see my wrist? Like, you're going to feel like your forearms are almost touching each other. If people that slice, you won't see that. So you're going to make sure you see this. Okay, club face is going to shut. So I'm going to hit a shot, and hopefully that the ball is going to curve more towards the left side. So again, if I'm coming from over the top, I'm going to try to curve the ball towards the left side. Make sure I set up correctly. Okay, and I'm going to focus with a strong grip. I'm going to try to make sure my arms are away from my chest, squeeze the elbows together, and make sure the club head roll over. You can see the ball curving towards the left side. It did start left because I was coming a bit over the top with a shut club face. So that is the shot that you want to see first. So when you see the ball going a bit straighter, as long as it's not curving to the right side, we can start working on the path. If it's still curving to the right side, keep working on this, okay? I think this will be quite a good drill and good feel for you to get the club face a bit more shut, especially on the golf course. You know, if the ball is going at one direction, it'll be easier to play. So I'd rather it goes a bit straighter towards the left side, because you give you a bit more distance with a square club face. Anytime the club face is open, especially with the driver, you lose a lot of distance, okay? So left to left is fine, all right? That's what you want to see. You should be happy if you see that kind of shot. And then we'll work on the path. Okay. So after we sort out the club face, where you see the ball going left to left or somewhat straight left, it's time to work on the path. So we've been swinging it a bit left to right, which is easier, but then now we need to get it more into out. All of us always talk about into out, right? So we see a lot of people trying to drop the club head behind you like that, try to feel a little bit more. Yes, it's fine if it's very extreme, but we got to be really careful. When we think about dropping this way, some of us drop the club head as well. If you drop that club head, the club face is going to open, yeah? And then that's the shot. You're going to push it towards the right, and the ball will go even more right. So technically, when I work on this, moving the wrist, going towards the left side, the club should be more in front of me. So again, if the club face is sorted out, just gonna make sure we're gonna try to swing it more towards the inside out. But how to fix the inside out, I got a couple things that you can think of over here. I'm more of a visual person, so when I teach, I would like for my students to kind of imagine and see. And if they try to get to the top of the backswing and kind of feeling this drop action, I kind of feel like it's gonna make them slow down the downswing a bit. So number 1, at your practice swing, we know into out the path is moving from here to there. So all you need to do is pull your right foot back, okay? Just set up. Again, club face, yeah? Club face. Make sure you be careful with the club face. Again, with a strong grip, right? 3 knuckles, all right? Work on that club face. Just try to swing in line with your feet. So you gotta get a feeling of swinging the club from the inside out, okay? So when you hit the ball, I would like you to look at the ball. Okay, so I would like you to imagine this. This is 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. So we are swinging it from the inside out. We want to swing from 4 to 10 o'clock. So if I'm looking at the ball, I want to make sure I swing it more from 4 to 10. again with that shut club face. You gotta feel like it's a shut club face. So I'm gonna put the ball down. I'm gonna close my stance a little bit. So again, make sure I set up correctly. Pick a target, take my stance. I would like for you just to pull your right foot back a little bit, okay? That will help you kind of set up with a slightly into out path already. And then when I come down, while keeping the club face square, I want to make sure I'm swinging it more from 4 to 10. So sometimes, like I mentioned earlier, I do not want you to drop because you see my chest face this way a bit too long, so it kind of delays that turn on the way through. So while you're doing that normal swing, you just want to imagine that you're swinging from 4 to 10. I think that will be easier to try to get the club more inside out. So I'm going to hit one shot now. Strong left hand grip. Make sure my club face is facing where I want it to go. Take my stance while looking at the target. Pull the right foot back, so that will help me close my stance a little bit. Again, it will get your path moving a bit more towards the inside, and I'm going to swing it from 4 to 10. Oh, I hit that a big draw. Okay, that's too big of a draw because I'm actually a natural draw player, so when I try to exaggerate that, it gets a bit too much. So if you are slicing all the time, I think these few things will be able to help you adjust. When we're on the golf course, it kind of gets a bit difficult to try to figure out all these things. I would say start off with the setup. And then if you're hitting it quite decent, you know, it's still okay as long as it's not slicing a lot. And then if you're still slicing, work a bit on the club face. I don't mind playing the whole round, trying to hit it a bit straight left. So you just have to aim a bit right and then play it straight left. Unless it's really, the ball flight is really crazy. But if you're getting the ball going a bit left and it's going really straight, just play with it for a while, and then eventually maybe think about 4 to 10 a little bit, or maybe pull the right foot back a little bit and just try to swing it more towards the right side, and hopefully it draws. Again, the club face is really important when it comes to the slice shot, because that is what it gives you. If you square the club face impact, it gives you a bit more distance, so you won't be too stressed out when it comes to your drive losing so much distance off the tee. So yeah, I think that's a few things that we need to work on when it comes to the slice shot, and of course we can get very detailed in it. You need to spend time doing that on the driving range, but if you're on the golf course, it's a bit hard to do too much changes. So most of the time with my students, I notice is the setup. They're hitting fine on the golf course, and all of a sudden it's just slicing the whole round. It could be, most of the time I see that they get so excited, they set up like this, and then the body looks like that, and then they're so focused on trying to hit it hard, and then they straight come across the line and then hit that big slice. So when you see them, the ball going towards the right, then they aim more and more left, and then it cuts it even more. So yeah, small little things like that, I think it will be able to change. I would say number one, very simple, maybe a little bit of a stronger grip and squeezing that elbow. Could be a very simple swing thought to kind of get the club face shutting a little bit more so it won't slice that much. And then after that, very simple, maybe pull the right foot back just a tad, hit a few shots to see if the path gets a bit more inside out. Yeah, just small little things like that, and I think it will help you fix the slice on the golf course. Alright, that's all I have for the slice. Hopefully these few little tips will be able to help you hit a bit straighter on the golf course, get you a bit more distance so you won't have too much pressure on the second shot. If we know that if we're off the fairway or on the next fairway, we lose one shot from there, right? So if you hit it more on the fairway, it will give you a better chance to make birdie and par. Alright, if you guys do think that this video will be able to help some of your friends that are slicing the shot, please share it, and I'll see you guys again soon.